Who loves to lie on the beach on a sunny day? Who wants to relax and have some fun? Most of us consider the sun as a beneficial provider for our body. It keeps us warm and provides vitamin D. The purpose of the sunscreen is not only to protect the skin from the ultraviolet rays, but also to protect from sunburns, aging, cancer, and etc. There are 3 different types of ultraviolet rays. They are UVA, UVB, and UVC. UVA can penetrate through clouds, glass, and even penetrate through the dermis into the blood vessels and nerves, which can damage a person's immune system, making it hard to fight off melanoma. However, regardless of the benefits, it can also be harmful in many ways due to the factors such as pollution and global warming, which causes the depletion of the ozone layer. That's why sunscreens were created in order to protect the skin from the ultraviolet rays. It can also cause DNA mutation and a harmful action with the melanin leading to photoaging and wrinkled skin. UVB, on the other hand, tends to damage more of the epidermal layer of the skin. Moreover, they can damage the skin cells' DNA and is the main leading factor for sunburns. According to the dermatologist, a sunburn once in 2 years can raise the risk of skin cancer 3 times. To prevent these effects, people should avoid the peak hours, which are between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Therefore, it is best to use sunscreen. Lastly, UVC rays are the most hazardous, but luckily they get filtered out by the ozone layer. If DNA damage builds up over time because of UV rays, it can cause cells to start growing out of control, which leads to skin cancer. There are 3 types of skin cancer, and they are basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma. In order to reduce the risk of all 3 types of skin cancer, people should apply sunscreen. Regardless of the sunscreen, dermatologists determine the types of sunscreen. There are 2 types of sunscreen, which are chemical and physical. Some people will remember physical sunscreen being the thick, pasty, white formula, and chemical sunscreen as the moisturizing, disappear into skin formula that is sold widely on the market today. The physical sunscreen reflects the UV rays, and the chemical sunscreen absorbs the UV rays. A sunscreen with the SPF 15 blocks about 93% of UVB rays. SPF 30 blocks 97% of UVB rays. And finally, SPF 50 blocks 98% of UVB rays. It might not seem much of a difference, but for someone with skin cancer in their genetics, it helps a lot. It is correct that darker skinned people are less likely to be affected from the ultraviolet rays. However, it is not 100% guaranteed. Anyone over the age of 6 months on one hand should use sunscreen. Children under the age of 6 months should not be exposed to the sun or use sunscreen at all because their skin is highly sensitive to the sun's rays. People who work behind the desk are likely to be exposed to the sun during the peak hours due to the strong UVA rays, which can penetrate through clouds and glass. When the sun is shining while snowing, sunscreen should be applied. When the weather is cloudy, sunscreen should be applied. And when in water or snow, water-resistant sunscreen should be applied. Last but not least, sunscreen is only effective if it is properly applied. For these cases, apply the sunscreen at least 20 to 30 minutes before you go outdoors. If you wait until you get to the beach to apply sunscreen, it won't be effective because you will already be sweaty. You should still apply it again once every 2 to 3 hours.